Germany, one of Europe's most influential nations, boasts a rich and complex history that has shaped the continent and the world. From its origins as a land of fragmented tribes to its role as a unified modern state, Germany has seen the rise and fall of empires, wars that defined global politics, and remarkable cultural and intellectual contributions. This article explores the significant historical milestones in Germany's evolution, from the ancient Germanic tribes to the country's emergence as a modern global power. Ancient Germany and the Germanic tribes, before 5th century CE, Germany's early history is marked by the presence of various Germanic tribes, who inhabited the region north of the Roman Empire. These tribes, including the Goths, Visigoths, Saxons, Franks, and Vandals, were known for their warrior culture and independence. The Roman historian Tacitus, in his work Germania, 98 CE, provides some of the earliest accounts of these tribes. One of the defining events of ancient Germany was the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 9 CE, when the Germanic leader Arminius ambushed and destroyed 3 Roman legions, effectively halting Rome's expansion into Germanic territory. The area that would become modern Germany remained outside the Roman Empire's direct control, though Roman cultural and economic influences were felt in the region. Over the centuries, the Germanic tribes migrated and interacted with other peoples, eventually playing a significant role in the fall of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century. The Franks, under their king Clovis, established a powerful kingdom in what is now France and Western Germany, laying the groundwork for the future development of the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire, 9th–19th century, the Holy Roman Empire, often considered the First German Empire, was founded in 962 CE when Otto I was crowned emperor by the Pope. Though it was a loose confederation of territories that covered much of Central Europe, including modern-day Germany, the empire played a pivotal role in the region's political and cultural development. The Holy Roman Emperor was nominally the ruler of Germany, but in practice, the empire was highly decentralized, with powerful princes, dukes, and bishops governing their own lands. During the Middle Ages, Germany became a center of Christian culture and learning, with cities like Mainz, Aachen, and Cologne emerging as important religious and political centers. The empire's political structure was complex, with a patchwork of hundreds of semi-autonomous states, free cities, and ecclesiastical territories. This fragmentation would be a defining feature of German history until its unification in the 19th century. The German Reformation, initiated by Martin Luther in 1517, had a profound impact on the Holy Roman Empire. Luther's 95 Theses, which criticized the Catholic Church's practices, sparked a religious revolution that led to the creation of Protestantism. The Reformation not only divided the German states along religious lines but also fueled political conflicts, culminating in the 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1648, a devastating conflict that left much of Germany in ruins. The Peace of Westphalia in 1648 ended the war and marked the beginning of the modern state system in Europe, but it also further fragmented the Holy Roman Empire, weakening the emperor's authority and solidifying the independence of the German states. Prussia and the rise of the German state, 18th–19th century. One of the most significant German states to emerge in the 18th century was Prussia, a militaristic kingdom that became a dominant force in northern Germany. Under the leadership of kings like Frederick William I and Frederick the Great, Prussia expanded its territory, reformed its army, and became a rival to the Austrian Habsburgs, who traditionally held the title of Holy Roman Emperor. The rivalry between Prussia and Austria for dominance in Germany led to the War of Austrian Succession, 1740 to 1748, and the 7 Years' War, 1756 to 1763. Frederick the Great's military genius ensured Prussia's survival and expanded its influence, particularly after the partition of Poland in the late 18th century, which gave Prussia control over much of northern Poland. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815, brought further changes to the German lands. Napoleon Bonaparte dissolved the Holy Roman Empire in 1806 and reorganized the German states into the Confederation of the Rhine, which was under French control. However, after Napoleon's defeat, the Congress of Vienna, 1814 to 1815, created the German Confederation, a loose association of 39 German states led by Austria. The 19th century saw the rise of nationalism in Germany, as intellectuals and political leaders began to advocate for the unification of the German-speaking states into a single nation. This movement gained momentum under the leadership of Otto von Bismarck, the Prussian chancellor, who used a series of wars to achieve German unification. German unification and the Second Reich, 1871 to 1918. Bismarck's path to unification began with the Danish War, 1864, followed by the Austro-Prussian War, 1866, in which Prussia defeated Austria and excluded it from German affairs. The final step came with the Franco-Prussian War, 1870 to 1871, in which Prussia and its German allies decisively defeated France. In 1871, the German Empire, or Second Reich, was proclaimed in the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, with King Wilhelm I of Prussia crowned as German Emperor. The unification of Germany transformed the balance of power in Europe. The new German Empire was an industrial powerhouse, with a rapidly growing economy, a strong military, and a highly educated population. Under Bismarck's leadership, Germany pursued a policy of realpolitik, focusing on maintaining peace in Europe through a complex system of alliances and diplomacy. Despite Bismarck's efforts to avoid conflict, Germany's rapid rise as a major European power contributed to the tensions that led to World War I. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria in 1914 triggered a chain of events that drew Germany into the war as an ally of Austria-Hungary. World War I and the Weimar Republic, 1914 to 1933, World War I, 1914 to 1918, was a catastrophic conflict for Germany. Despite initial successes, the war turned into a stalemate, particularly on the Western Front, where trench warfare caused massive casualties. By 1918, Germany was facing internal unrest, food shortages, and military defeat. The abdication of Kaiser Wilhelm II in November 1918 marked the end of the German Empire, and the Republic was declared. The Weimar Republic, 1919 to 1933, was Germany's first experiment with democracy, established after the Treaty of Versailles in 1919. The treaty placed full blame for the war on Germany, imposed heavy reparations, and led to the loss of territory. These conditions, combined with economic hardships and political instability, made the Weimar Republic deeply unpopular. Germany faced hyperinflation in the early 1920s, followed by a period of relative stability with the help of international loans, particularly from the United States. However, the Great Depression in 1929 plunged Germany into economic chaos once again, leading to widespread unemployment and political extremism. Nazi Germany and World War II, 1933 to 1945. In 1933, Adolf Hitler and his Nazi Party rose to power, promising to restore Germany's strength and overturn the Treaty of Versailles. Once in power, Hitler quickly established a totalitarian regime, suppressing political opposition, persecuting Jews and other minorities, and pursuing an aggressive foreign policy aimed at expanding German territory. Hitler's expansionist ambitions led to the invasion of Poland in 1939, which triggered the outbreak of World War II. Germany's early successes, including the occupation of France, were followed by catastrophic defeats, particularly after the failed invasion of the Soviet Union and the entry of the United States into the war. The war in Europe ended in May 1945 with Germany's unconditional surrender, but the legacy of Nazi atrocities, including the Holocaust, in which 6 million Jews and millions of others were murdered, left a permanent scar on human history. Post-war division and the Cold War, 1945 to 1990. After World War II, Germany was divided into 4 occupation zones controlled by the United States, the Soviet Union, Britain, and France. In 1949, the Western zones merged to form the Federal Republic of Germany, West Germany, while the Soviet zone became the German Democratic Republic, East Germany. Berlin, the capital, was similarly divided. The division of Germany became one of the central flashpoints of the Cold War, with West Germany aligned with the Western Bloc and East Germany with the Soviet Union. The construction of the Berlin Wall in 1961 symbolized the division of Europe and the ideological conflict between capitalism and communism. West Germany, under the leadership of Konrad Adenauer, experienced an economic miracle, Wirtschaftswunder, in the 1950s and 1960s, becoming one of the world's leading industrial nations. Meanwhile, East Germany remained under strict Soviet control, with a command economy and limited personal freedoms. Reunification and modern Germany, 1990-present. In 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall marked the beginning of the end for East Germany and the Soviet Union's control over Eastern Europe. In 1990, Germany was officially reunified, bringing an end to 4 decades of division. The reunified Germany emerged as the largest economy in Europe and a key player in the European Union. Germany's post-reunification era has been characterized by its leadership in European integration, its commitment to democratic governance, and its role in international diplomacy. However, the reunification process also presented significant challenges, particularly in integrating the former East German economy with the more prosperous West. Today, Germany is a global leader in industries such as engineering, automotive production, and renewable energy. It plays a crucial role in the European Union and NATO, and its influence extends across the world. Conclusion: Germany's history is one of remarkable transformation, from its early days as a land of fragmented tribes to its emergence as a leading global power. Throughout centuries of political change, war, and cultural development, Germany has been at the heart of European history. Today, as a modern democracy and economic powerhouse, Germany continues to shape the world.